Everything in your life, your happiness, your success, your peace, your destiny, begins and ends in the same place, your mind. The world around you is nothing more than a reflection of the world within you. Every action you take, every word you speak, every path you walk begins as a single thought. If those thoughts are uncontrolled, scattered, and negative, your life will mirror that confusion. But the moment you learn to take command of your thoughts, the moment you master your mind, you become the master of your life. The human mind is the most powerful force on earth, yet it is also the most misunderstood. Most people drift through life reacting to circumstances rather than creating them. They allow fear, doubt, and habit to dictate their direction. They live by chance, not by choice. But those who rise above the masses have discovered a priceless secret, the ability to control their inner world, even when the outer world seems chaotic. To master your mind, you must first understand that you are not your thoughts. You are the thinker of those thoughts. Your mind is a tool, not a tyrant. The same way a sculptor uses a chisel to shape marble, you must use thought to shape your destiny. But if you let the chisel control your hand, you'll never create anything beautiful. Likewise, if you let your mind run wild, it will carve a life of fear and limitation. The first step to mastery is awareness. Notice what you think about most often. Your most common thoughts are the architects of your reality. If your mental dialogue is filled with, "I can't," "I'm not ready," "it's too hard," then those words are building invisible walls around your potential. But if you begin to replace them with, "I can," "I will," "I must," those same thoughts will become ladders that lift you higher. Each time a negative thought appears, stop it, confront it, and replace it. Say to yourself, "This thought does not serve me. I choose better." That simple act of conscious redirection is the seed of transformation. Over time, this discipline reshapes the patterns of your subconscious mind. And when the subconscious mind changes, everything in your outer life begins to shift with it. Remember, mastery is not about suppressing thoughts, it's about directing them. A storm may rage outside, but the captain remains calm at the helm. That calmness comes from control. Control over fear, over distraction, over reaction. When you master your mind, you stop living as a victim of emotions. You no longer depend on circumstances to dictate your peace. You begin to live from the inside out, creating rather than reacting. People, situations, and challenges lose their power over you because your center becomes unshakable. The great truth is this: the one who can control his thoughts can create his world. You can shape your destiny, command your emotions, and rise above every obstacle, not by force, but by focus. So the question is not whether life will change, it's whether you will. And the moment you master your mind, everything else must obey. There is a silent law that governs your life, a law older than civilization, stronger than circumstance, and more constant than time. That law is this: you attract what you think about most. Your thoughts are magnets. Each thought carries an energy, a frequency, a vibration, and that vibration draws to you the people, opportunities, and situations that match its tone. Your outer world is not random, it is a mirror reflecting your inner atmosphere. If your mind constantly revolves around fear, you will find more reasons to be afraid. If your thoughts dwell on lack, you will meet more evidence of scarcity. But if your mind is saturated with confidence, gratitude, and purpose, you will begin to notice doors opening where there were only walls before. The world does not respond to what you wish. It responds to what you believe. Every day, you send out signals through your thoughts and emotions. Think of yourself as a broadcasting station constantly transmitting energy. Whatever you consistently broadcast, the universe echoes back. The thoughts you repeat most often become magnetic currents pulling toward you matching experiences. You cannot think failure and expect success to arrive. You cannot hold resentment and expect joy to enter. The law is impartial, unchanging, and absolute like attracts like. Most people misunderstand this truth because they look only at the surface. They see someone successful and assume luck, privilege, or chance, yet the real cause lies deeper. Success begins in thought. Long before wealth appears, there is a rich mindset. Long before health improves, there is a healing belief. Long before love arrives, there is a heart open to receive it. The invisible precedes the visible, and the inner always precedes the outer. To use this law consciously, you must become the designer of your mental images. Picture the life you want in vivid detail. See yourself living in abundance, radiating health, walking with purpose. Feel it as if it were already real. Because to your subconscious mind, imagination is reality. When you hold that image long enough, with emotion strong enough, the world begins to shift to match it. But understand this magnetism is not instant. A magnet does not pull an object across the room in a second. It works steadily, invisibly, drawing things closer until connection happens. So be patient. Keep your mind fixed on what you desire, not on what you fear. Each positive thought, each vision of success, each word of faith strengthens your magnetic field. If you want to know what you are attracting, look at your current life. It is the perfect reflection of your dominant thoughts from the past. If you want to change your future, change your thinking today. You are not a victim of luck. You are a creator of conditions. The wealth, love, and peace you seek are not waiting to be found. They are waiting to be matched by your vibration. Think abundance, and abundance will be drawn to you. Think strength, and the world will respect your power. Think success, and watch success chase you down. Because the moment you change the frequency of your thoughts, you change what the world sends back to you. Deep within you lies a power that never sleeps, a silent, faithful servant that obeys your every command. That power is your subconscious mind. It does not speak, yet it shapes your destiny. It does not argue, yet it always agrees. It does not judge, yet it always delivers. Whatever you impress upon it, with feeling, repetition, and belief, it accepts as truth and works tirelessly to make it real. Most people never realize that their subconscious mind is constantly at work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It takes the thoughts you feed it and turns them into habits, attitudes, and circumstances. If you constantly think thoughts of failure, limitation, or fear, your subconscious will quietly design your life around those patterns. It will attract situations that confirm your beliefs because it assumes that's what you want. But if you fill your mind with faith, gratitude, and confidence, it will build a reality to match those ideas. It cannot tell the difference between truth and falsehood. It only knows what you believe deeply. Think of the subconscious mind as a fertile garden. The seeds you plant, your thoughts, will eventually grow into the fruits you harvest. Plant weeds of doubt, and you'll reap confusion. Plant seeds of faith, and you'll reap miracles. The soil never questions what you plant. It simply brings forth whatever you sow. The question, then, is not whether your mind is working. It's what you're programming it to create. The subconscious communicates through emotion. Words alone mean little unless they carry feeling. That's why affirmations must be spoken with conviction, not just repetition. When you say, "I am capable, I am strong, I am becoming successful," and you feel the truth behind those words, your subconscious begins to act upon them immediately. It will guide your decisions, sharpen your instincts, and even draw the right people and opportunities into your life, all in harmony with the image you've planted. But here's the secret most forget: the subconscious is neutral. It will build heaven or hell depending on the blueprint you hand it. It has no preference, it only follows instruction. And you give those instructions through your dominant thoughts. This is why mental discipline is not optional, it's essential. You must guard your inner dialogue the way a king guards his throne. Never allow words of defeat, worry, or hatred to linger in your mind, for your subconscious will turn them into your experience. At night, before you sleep, your conscious guard relaxes, and your subconscious becomes most open to suggestion. This is the perfect time to feed it with powerful thoughts, gratitude for the day, vision for tomorrow, confidence in yourself. What you think before sleep often becomes the emotional fuel your subconscious uses while you rest. So remember this truth: you are the master, and your subconscious is your servant. But it will only serve faithfully when you give it clear, positive, and purposeful commands. Speak to it with certainty, feed it with faith, guide it with imagination, and it will move mountains for you, quietly, faithfully, and without fail. Because the moment you learn to program your subconscious mind with intention, you unlock the power to build any life you can dream of. Look closely at your life. Every success, every struggle, every relationship, every result. What you see before you is not random chance. It is a reflection, a mirror, of what exists inside your mind. Your outer world is nothing but your inner world made visible. If there is confusion within, there will be disorder without. If there is harmony within, there will be peace without. The circumstances you face every day are the direct projection of the thoughts and emotions you have entertained the most. The great illusion is believing that life happens to you. In truth, life happens through you. Your beliefs, expectations, and dominant mental images shape every experience you encounter. When you see repeated patterns, disappointment, failure, frustration, do not curse the mirror. Instead, look at the reflection honestly and ask, what belief inside me is creating this? The outer world is not punishing you, it is teaching you. It shows you exactly where your inner alignment is broken. If you wish to change your life, you must first change the cause, not the effect. Chasing external changes without addressing inner transformation is like trying to fix your reflection in the mirror without touching your face. You can change cities, change jobs, even change people, but until you change your thoughts, the same problems will follow you wherever you go. The universe always matches your internal vibration. The most powerful people in the world have learned this secret. They do not fight circumstances. They create new ones by changing their inner state. When the mind is filled with clarity and purpose, life reorganizes itself around that energy. When the heart radiates gratitude and confidence, opportunities that once seemed invisible begin to appear. The world outside bends to the strength of your inner conviction. If you hold anger, resentment, or bitterness within, those emotions will find ways to express themselves. In your health, your relationships, your peace of mind. But if you fill your inner world with forgiveness, understanding, and love, that too will manifest in unexpected blessings, calm interactions, and a deep sense of fulfillment. The process is not instant, but it is absolute. The outer world is the delayed reflection of your inner state. That's why patience and consistency matter. You may begin by changing your thoughts today, and the world might not shift tomorrow, but it will, inevitably. The reflection always catches up to the image. Start today by shaping your inner world deliberately. Begin your mornings with gratitude, visualize the day you desire, and carry a calm spirit into every situation. Speak words that align with the life you want to live. When you feel fear rising, choose faith. When doubt whispers, choose persistence. When negativity appears, replace it with vision. You hold the power to remake your entire existence, not by force, but by focus. When your inner world becomes clear, confident, and purpose-driven, your outer world must follow. So stop trying to fight the reflection. Polish the mirror from within. Because when you master your inner world, when you think, feel, and act from a place of power, life itself will reflect back your greatness. The outer world has no choice but to mirror the truth you hold inside. There is a secret that separates dreamers from achievers, thinkers from builders, and the ordinary from the extraordinary. That secret is this: thought alone is not enough. It must be united with action. A single thought, no matter how powerful, remains only a seed until it is planted through effort, persistence, and movement. The bridge between imagination and reality is built with one material: action. You can fill your mind with visions of greatness, repeat affirmations day and night, and see yourself as successful in every dream. But until you take consistent steps toward that vision, nothing changes. Thought gives birth to ideas, but action gives them life. Without action, thought remains a beautiful illusion. With action, thought becomes creation. Every transformation in history began with an idea, but it was carried to completion only through courageous steps. The thought of flight existed for centuries before someone dared to build a machine. The thought of freedom existed long before nations rose to claim it. Greatness begins in the mind, but it becomes reality through disciplined movement. Your thoughts are the compass. They show you where to go. But your actions are the legs. They take you there. You cannot steer a ship that's anchored to the shore. The wind of inspiration can blow all it wants, but without sails raised, it moves nothing. In the same way, opportunities mean little unless you act on them. When your thoughts and actions align, you create a powerful vibration that commands results. This alignment is what transforms you from a passive dreamer into an active creator. The universe responds not to wishful thinking, but to faith in motion, thought backed by energy, belief expressed through behavior. But here lies another truth: action without thought is chaos, and thought without action is paralysis. The key is harmony, a balance between inner vision and outer discipline. You must first think clearly, then move decisively. Do not wait for perfect conditions. Perfection never arrives. Begin where you are, with what you have, and trust that every step will reveal the next. Even the smallest action, taken consistently, multiplies over time. Success is not a single leap, but 1,000 small steps taken in the same direction. Each time you act on your thoughts, you strengthen your belief. And each time your belief grows, your actions become bolder. That is how transformation happens, through the cycle of thinking, acting, and believing. The world does not reward those who merely dream of change. It rewards those who dare to embody it. The one who acts on his vision, even imperfectly, will always outrun the one who waits for the right moment. So think grand thoughts. Visualize boldly. But then move, act, risk. Build, fail if you must, but keep moving. Because motion is magic, it transforms potential into power. Thoughts are the spark, but action is the fire that forges destiny. When you combine the two, unwavering belief and relentless execution, you ignite transformation that no obstacle can stop. Think with clarity, act with courage, and life itself will bend to your will, because transformation belongs not to those who merely think, but to those who think and then do. And now, my friends, we arrive at the truth that ties it all together. The essence of transformation, the heartbeat of every success story. Your life changes the moment you decide to control your thoughts. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are not a product of luck. You are the architect, the designer, and the creator of your destiny. Every thought you think sets in motion unseen forces that shape your future. When you master your mind, you master your world. When you choose faith over fear, vision over doubt, and discipline over distraction, you begin to rise above everything that once held you down. Each keynote we explored is not just a principle, it's a path. When you master your mind, you claim your power. When you understand that thoughts magnetize, you attract your destiny. When you awaken your subconscious servant, you program success from within. When you realize your outer world mirrors your inner world, you learn to build from the inside out. And when you fuse thought with action, you ignite transformation itself. That is the formula. That is the secret. It is not found in luck, nor in talent, nor in privilege, but in thought directed by purpose and followed by action. From this moment forward, refuse to think small. Refuse to let fear rent space in your mind. You were not born to drift. You were born to direct. You were not created to survive. You were designed to soar. Every day, the world whispers distractions, limitations, and doubt. But you, the thinker, have the power to choose your response. And in that choice lies your freedom. So as you leave this moment, carry one truth deep within. Your mind is your kingdom. Guard it. Rule it. Use it. Feed it with vision. Strengthen it with gratitude. Drive it with purpose. And let your thoughts become the torch that lights your path forward. Because when your mind is clear, your heart is certain, and your actions are aligned, the impossible dissolves. There are no limits, only levels. No failures, only lessons. No endings, only beginnings. You were born to create, to lead, to transform, but it all starts where no one else can see, in the quiet corners of your mind. So think boldly, believe deeply, act courageously, and watch as your life transforms into the masterpiece it was always meant to be. Because the moment you control your thoughts, you control your destiny.